20s traveling, a good part of my 20s and into my 30s. And I was like, it's a little bit different time than it is now. You know what I mean? So I think being female, and I travel by myself a lot. So I tried my best not to stand out, not to call much more attention to me than necessary, because not everywhere you go is safe, you know?
Yeah.
Not that New York is safe. Not that New York is safe. But so I tried to never stand out too much. That's why it was easier to have just like long hair, like black collar, something that's very neutral.
Yep.
You know, if you go like bleach blonde to like some places, you're gonna stand out a lot, you know?
Yeah, if you have some like ridiculous
Or even
like,
short
super...
hair as female, like you're gonna stand out like.
Yeah, and it's always like being aware of the culture you're going into.
Yeah, because
Like I know it's a lot of people can go into other cultures and they're like, oh, the laws are just normal everywhere. They just don't know that laws are different. And then you get arrested. Like there was a lady who was on a British Airway flying into, I think it was Dubai, but she got drunk on the plane.
Oh.
And because it's super illegal there,
Yeah,
once she landed, they're like, okay, you're going to jail.
Right.
And like
right.
you always have to just be aware and be like, I'm always super just quiet,
Yeah.
reserved.
I think part of it is also respecting that culture.
Yeah.
Of trying to not necessarily adapt and assimilate, but try to respect, try to respect that culture, you know, try to respect by not standing out, by not doing anything that will be radically different from what is permitted or what is supposed. Like even if you are like traveler, you're not from there, but you try to, you know, minimize like.
Yeah, you're a guest.
Mm-hmm.
You're a guest in their nation. So abide by their rules while you're there, because even if you don't believe in it,
Yeah.
you don't have to be there. They can tell you you can't be here.
Absolutely.
So you're just very lucky to have the opportunity to be in their home.
Exactly.
So don't stand, like, make a scene, be ridiculous.
Yeah, I think for me also one of the biggest, most shocking things I see is like when I was going through immigration in Indonesia, and it's like big, like, I mean, I'm not like big party person anyway, but it's like drugs, carrying drugs, like death penalty, you know, and it's like, are you sure? And I'm like imagining all these scenarios where like, what if somebody puts drugs in my pocketbook? Like, they're gonna kill me, like, you know, locked up abroad. And it's just like, you know, like something very dramatic like that. I mean, there's a reason why those rules exist and everything. But I remember seeing that and being like, death penalty for something that in New York, it's like, oh, no problem.
Yeah.
And it's the reality is that there's a reason why certain rules exist in certain places. And it's kind of like, also, I think traveling makes you understand that very often what you have where you're from, maybe we take for granted, you know, certain liberty, freedom. I think in Western world, like you have so much liberty and freedom, and other places not like that.
Yeah, like here you can say whatever you want about the government, and then if you're in another country and say you just don't agree with what's going on, you say it and they're like, you're just going to jail now. Like you say one thing, like you say it in a coffee shop and they're like, okay, that's it. And you just never knew.
Right.
Like you can't know all the rules when you travel, but that's why when you go, it's just like walking through a museum. Like appreciate, absorb, respect.
Yeah.
Listen to the signs.
Yeah, exactly. Don't chew gum in Singapore.
Yep. And don't rip posters off the wall in North Korea.